Mise-en-scene. Mise-en-scene literally means staging or putting on an action or scene. It is sometimes called staging. In critical analysis of movies, the term refers to the overall look and feel of a movie. Everything the audience sees, hears, and experiences while viewing it involves mise-en-scene. Mise-en-scene influences our mood as we watch. And it all operates under the assumption that decor, lighting, smells, sound all influence our emotional response. So they design films to influence our minds and our thoughts. Mise-en-scene involves two major components, design and composition. Design is the process by which the look of the setting, props, lighting, sound, and actors is determined. Composition involves the organization, distribution, balance, and relationships of actors and objects within the space of each shot, within the frame. The visual elements of mise-en-scene are crucial to shaping our sympathy for and understanding of the characters shaped by them. When watching a movie, consider this. Ask yourself if what you see is simply appealing decor, like a well-dressed actor, dramatic lighting, or if these elements have a distinctive significance to your understanding of narrative, characters, and action. In order to gain a better understanding of how design and composition works, let's look at an example using Hitchcock's Vertigo. Before we do that, let's give you a little background. Vertigo involves a policeman named Scotty, who we are introduced right at the very beginning with a police chase on top of a number of buildings. Well, during this chase, Scotty slips and is hanging off the side of a building, and he watches an officer that is trying to save him fall to his death. As a result, Scotty has some psychological issues involving a condition of vertigo, this dizziness, and it's spurred on by his fear of heights. Knowing that Scotty suffers this ailment that petrifies him or that paralyzes him and his actions, if we look at his apartment, we can see that this apartment is a metaphor for what is going on with Scotty's situation. The vertical and horizontal lines suggest a cage or him being imprisoned. Well, yeah, he's being imprisoned by his ailment, but his surroundings also articulate that. When he meets Madeline and is getting to know her and what her problems are, we find ourselves in the redwood forest, and we see that these woods are dense and they are foreboding, and it really signifies the dark core of what is really Madeline's tortuous problems. We also see Madeline coming in and out from behind these trees like a ghost, and she's wearing all white. Interesting. It's because we know that she is being possessed by the ghost of Carlotta. As Scotty and Madeline hook up for the very first time, we find ourselves on the seashore. And it's really interesting that the colors that Scotty is attached to, the browns, the grays, match the landscape. And the colors of Madeline's attire, the white, really look like the waves that are crashing in from behind them. So as the waves meet the rocks, so does Madeline's lips meet Scotty's. Composition can be used in a similar way. It not only helps tell the story, but it can also touch upon major themes or ideas that the filmmaker wants the audience to consider. If you look at these screenshots from Vertigo, you'll see that the use of reflection is used quite a bit. We see Madeline leaving the restaurant, but it's not just Madeline leaving the restaurant, it's Madeline and her reflection. It's like there's two Madelines. Here's Judy and Scotty, but it's not just one Judy, it's two Judys. Here is Judy and Scotty looking in the mirror, but wait, that Judy looks like Madeline. That's not a coincidence. And why is the camera looking and focusing more on the reflection of Judy as opposed to just a close-up of Judy? That's a very interesting question and can only be answered if you watch the film.